Welcome back, guys. We are continuing on with this new patch on Ultimate Difficulty, and I'm going to be moving out some of my infantry while I'm waiting for the next naval invasion to pop up. It's actually popping up any second now, to be honest. But I'm just going to move out to take Fort Clinton. It looks like they've left Fort Clinton and are taking Fort Montgomery, so going to have to do a little bit of chasing just to get to here and then follow up to here. But I'm bringing these forward, I'm bringing these forward, and I'm bringing some troops from here forward as well. So let's actually tell these to go to Kingston. And then I'm just bringing him down into here. I don't want them coming and taking there. And really, I think I want one in Freehold as well, because they do have a habit of trying to take some of your back territories if you don't have any men in them. Could do with at least one in Kingston. Maybe get another one in Hertford as well. Really, I need to deal with Middlesbrough to free up a load of units. But for now, we're going to be doing some naval combat. And it looks like there's another naval invasion coming in from up here. So hopefully he can intercept that one. Let's bring him up as well. Hopefully I haven't moved him too far out of position, because there's a possibility I have. Right, let's see. We still can't see him yet. Hopefully we get the encounter. Right, he's coming in at that angle. That's a bit awkward. Is he going to get the encounter? Well, that's quite frustrating. Okay, so I had to save scum it, but we've got the encounter the second time round. So, let's have a look. We've got 3 third rates, that's not too bad. Could have been worse than that. It could have been worse than that. So there's quite a lot of 6th rates, but it doesn't look like we've got any 5th rates, so that's good. So we've just got 3 6th rates that we're going to need to take quickly, so I'm going to board all 3 of them if I can, so this might get a little bit messy trying to board 3 ships at the same time. So let's see where this ship is, because obviously he's got no sails, so let's just take him out. Right. Let's see where one of them is here. Another one here. And another one here. Okay. So this is going to be a challenge, trying to multitask, but we'll just have to play slowly. So ideally I want to try and take them with the first rates. This first rate needs more crew, really. So while I'm stood still, just gonna disembark with some crew here. Now I don't know how many I'm going to need, but 1, 2, 3, let's try 4. I can always re-embark again if I don't need that many. So where are the others? We've got one here, so let's send him out over here. And then the other one's here, so he needs to go down that way. He just needs to turn this way. He just needs to stay still for the time being. And then he needs to get on the back of here, preferably. Wrong one. Damn it. Ah, right. It's him. Okay, so he needs to join on the back of him. Then he needs to join on the back of him. He needs to join on the back of him. So because we're facing into the wind, this is actually going to be a little bit awkward. So what we're going to have to do is come this way while we're forming up. So yeah, once I've taken the crew out and moved them over... Ah, wrong one. Ah, it's not the wrong one, I just need to join him onto the back of there. Move these over to here. Let's just move him out to here. So it's going to be a bit awkward at first. Just trying to get everybody into position. But our primary goal here is just to board the 3 ships. And then what you can do is just leave the battle and start again to reform up. It's a bit cheesy, but no harm in a little bit of cheese. Right, can they not get on? Is he going too fast? Let's slow him down. Okay, so he can come back across here. He can now start moving out towards the target ship, which is him. Now we want him to join onto the back of here. Right, he is the first target ship, so let's get him heading in this direction. And then here's the second target ship, so let's start heading him there. These are going to take forever to organise themselves, so we'll just forget about them for now. This is looking perfect. This is looking perfect. That was an absolutely perfect board that we've pulled off there. So let's see if we can emulate here. Unfortunately, he's going to reach him at the same time that he's reaching him, so I'm going to have to juggle two at once here. Okay, that's one down. So I might be better off telling him to use chain shot to damage the sails. He's getting in close though. Yeah, this is a bit awkward. They're both arriving at the destination practically exactly the same time. But it's looking like he's going to get locked on. That is absolutely perfect. So now it's just this one. Right, we got a surrender already. That is brilliant. So these are taking forever to sort themselves out, but it's what I expected, to be honest. Unfortunately, this is causing a problem, so... Yeah, this is causing a problem. Let's turn him this way. Come back and check on that in a bit. this is looking good. Come on, throw your grapples out. God, he's so close to getting the grapple on him, but he's just not quite got the speed to pull it off. Okay, let's see if we can get him coming in. Got him. Marvellous. Fantastic. Okay, so let's just finish off these combat ships. And then I'll probably deal with the transport ships on another... Yeah, I'll leave the battle and start again, basically. Okay, that's all of the third rates dealt with now. So it did cost us about 1,200 crew, but we didn't sustain that much hull damage, so I think it was worth the trade. So it's going to just be mop-up duty from here on out, so I'll skip the rest of this for you. Right, so things went well in the clear-up. I didn't get much damage received, but unfortunately I encountered a crew transfer bug, which I thought had been fixed, but clearly it hasn't. So basically I transferred over 800 crew from the smaller third rates to the first rates, and all of that crew just vanished. So you can see here, this first rate's only got 595, it's meant to have over 1,000. This one's meant to have over 1,000, and this one was probably around about what it is, so I've lost around about 700 or 800 crew, sadly. But not much I can do about bugs, so I'm sending 2 of the ships back to repair, and we're going to keep the rest of them here for the third and final engagement. And we've got this engagement going on here, which we need to deal with, so I'll quickly deal with this. So it's only transport ships, so I won't bother showing this. Okay, that is the naval invasion dealt with. So the next one's going to be coming any second now. So I can start moving the troops out if I want towards Fort Penn, but I'm not really going to have time to do anything about it quite yet. So let's just start moving them out anyway. We can set a carpenter's shop going in Fort Clinton. So these are quite low on ammo, so I might just hold off a second while I bring over the supply wagon. And here comes the third and final naval invasion. Okay, I've managed to catch it. I didn't get it first time, so I had to save scum again. So all 3 naval invasions I missed on the first attempt, and then caught them all on the second attempt. So I don't know whether that's coincidence, or if it's scripted for you to miss it first time round. I don't know. But it looks like we've got quite a nasty third rate here with the 78 guns. And then 3 more third rates, so we've got 4 third rates and one of them's a nasty one. So it's going to be quite brutal, and we are going to have to do some crew transferring. And we've got weakened ships, so they're not going to be travelling at full speed. So this might be quite challenging. We've only got 3 first rates, so I'm not sure how I'm going to tackle this quite yet. But let's find out where the first rates are. So we've got 1 here, 1 just in front of it, and 1 all the way over here. Right, okay. So let's tell him to start turning. And then transfer over. Ah, these are the ones that bugged out. That's unfortunate. So let's transfer 2 of these over. That should be enough. Let's tell him to just stop there a second. Or I could tell him to turn, but with no sails on. So he's transferring over to him. Let's have him moving up this way. Let's have him... In fact, let's have everybody turn in this way. Then we're going to need... He's got enough crew, and he's got enough crew. Ah, he's not actually a first rate, it's this guy. So I could try and transfer 1 more over. Let's pull him out. In fact, we're going to move everybody up this way because of the wind. So, do we want to transfer some crew over to him? He's probably only going to need 1. I don't think I'm going to bother. Unfortunately, this is a bit of an awkward start because the wind is facing towards them. And that is the worst position to be in if you want to board. It's the best position to be in if you want to shoot, but it's the worst position if you want to board. So we've got 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and one here. This is the big one. Right, let's just see what happens here. In fact, what am I doing with these first rates? So let's send him that way. Send him that way. He needs full speed on. He needs to transfer these two crew. So it's not a huge amount of crew, but it should do. So the reason I'm turning them all this way is it's a nightmare trying to form up into a line when you're facing towards the wind. So I'm just going to turn away from the wind, so the wind's at my back while I'm forming up a line. That's basically what I'm doing. I'm going to hang him out to dry. I don't mind if I lose a ship that I've captured. But he's going to be one of the main ones who is going to be hopefully taking him out. So I could start moving towards him. And then let's have... Right, let's put him onto the back of him. Him onto the back of him. Him onto the back of... he's actually one of the ones that hasn't got much crew. Well, I suppose I can use them for now. Him onto the back of him. Him onto the back of him. And then him onto the back of him. And him onto the back of him. Turn him that way. So they should form up a lot better now that they're facing the right way. And then unfortunately these guys are heading against the wind. So I'm going to struggle to get into melee range, unfortunately. So let's turn these around. Have these heading up this direction. So that is the target ship, basically. So we can start turning a little bit. Let's put full sails on. These need to start moving in this direction. So he can start turning this way now. I've just shot one of my own cannons out. That's marvellous. Okay, we've got these in a nice line now anyway. So that's a good start. Got them gradually heading into the right position. He's just going to stay out here and deliver some fire. So here's the target ship. Right, he's one of the target ships, but we can't turn towards him because of the wind at the moment. So I might turn these onto sail damaging shot. And then we need to turn him onto sail damaging shot now. Is he actually able to hit? No, he's not. So let's start bringing him in this direction. Right, we need to focus on this here. Looks like he's turning that way. So let's bring him over this way, and same with him. He is turning up. So let's match him. Just have to make sure the masts don't connect. Got the hooks in, and the sails haven't hit into each other, so that's looking perfect. Okay, so let's focus over here. Let's just tell both of them to grapple on, because I don't know which one's gonna be the one that actually makes it. He just needs to head this way. Right, looks like we've actually destroyed one of the masts. Oh no, it's just from the normal cannon fire. That's a lot of damage that we've done to his mast, so he should be relatively easy to catch up with. He is almost surrendered. Right, let's just turn all these onto mast shot. I can't believe he hasn't surrendered yet. Come on, hurry up. Okay, let's turn him this way. He's finally surrendered. Let's just move one crew over. Right, I think really I should turn all these onto hold fire. So let's get our ship moving out. I can tell him to stay put. Looks like we've got the grapples in. That's marvellous. So... he's got crew transferred over. It's a bit annoying. Okay, so... I shouldn't have done that. So let's see if we can turn with him. Not sure if we're going to make it. He isn't quite able to shoot. There we go. Oh, it's looking like we might not make this. Oh, that's tight. Oh, that's tight. Oh, that is tight. My goodness, that was about as close as you could get to a mast collision. Well, we've managed to capture one more. So, I just want to capture one more ship. And then... I'll end the battle, I reckon. And transfer some crew over. Might even be easier to just end the battle now, to be honest with you, because this is terrible position for the wind. So yeah, I think I'll just end the battle now, and then it's going to be a lot quicker to get into position if we just restart the battle again. And I'll be able to transfer crew over again at the start of the battle to be able to board the other ship as well, so it'll just be quicker all around. Okay. So we have a first rate here that's got 900 crew in. So he's going to be one of the ones that are doing the boarding. Look at this again, I've got the wind in the wrong direction again. Might just leave and start again. It's just annoying, it just drags the battle out when you start in bad wind conditions. Doesn't change the outcome of the battle, just prolongs the time it takes to get into position. Let's have a look. Right, that's better. We've actually got the wind pointing in the right direction now. So he's going to be heading towards him, possibly. So let's do that. The wind is not great to head towards him. Where are the other first rates? One back there, and we've got one here. Oh no, that's the one that I was... Right, so it's him there. So he is going to have to be the one that heads towards him, unfortunately. He needs more crew, so let's tell him to hold position. And we need crew from him, basically. Could bring them from him, actually. So, he's another one of the bugged crew, sadly. 1, 2, 3. Let's try this one as well. And let's send him that way. Let's bring this crew over here. He is the first rate, isn't he? Yeah. Okay. So, we are massively running out of crew. But this is going to be the final battle that we face before we start heading back to port to recruit. So let's just break these up for now. And then we want him just staying still. Can point him that way actually. Come on, misclicking. We want him doing the same thing, point that way, go slowly. We want him just staying where he is. We want this guy. I might end up actually boarding with him, so let's send him this way. And then he's the other one that we want to board. This guy, we can just have him pointing that way. This is the one that we're going to be getting the crew transferred over to. He can point this way, and he can point this way. And them two are going that way. He can point that way. And he can point that way. Right. So let's get this crew transferred over. This might be a waste transferring these crew, because I am going to lose them after the battle. But I'll just have to eat the losses. It's worth it, I think, just to be able to get into position. Looks like they lost the transferred crew as well, so not just me, but they're also having the bug inflicted on them. Because one of their third rates went up to 600 crew. It's now back down to 498, so... Yep, quite annoying that bug is. Right, let's get this crew on board. Should have turned that onto chain shot. Oh well, too late now. Okay, we've got the crew on board now. So let's start moving. Where is the other ship? It's here. So we need him to hunt down the ship. Looks like we're struggling to get the board in here. May end up having to come in this direction, might be a bit easier. It's looking like I'm struggling. Unfortunately, I'm doing some sail damage to myself here. This is quite awkward, this is. Alright, let's turn this way and stick some sail damaging shots on. Once I've fired this volley. Now I am going to hit myself here, so this might not actually be worth doing this. Okay, I'm accidentally heading a little bit too close to his sail, so let's move out that way. Move out that way, tell him to stop. Okay, let's turn his guns back on. Let's turn his guns onto solid shot. Let's turn his guns onto solid shot. Let's turn his on solid shot for now. So this is the ship that's got quite a lot of crew. So I'm gonna try and get the board in with him. He's headed a little bit too close, unfortunately. let's turn him this way. Right, so because he's not heading towards me, it's going to be a bit awkward trying to get a boarding on him. Right, the wind has changed direction. Let's just check on him. Yeah, he's not going to be able to hit now because of the wind. So let's just bring him. In fact, I can send him this way. That should be good enough. He needs to come over in this direction. I want to put some chain shot. Let's just tell him go in the back of him. I want to put some chain shot into the back of him. He's actually stopped still because it looks like he is assigned to the back of a transport ship, which is very strange. Never seen them do that. So this might be a really nice opportunity to grapple onto him here. Now he is going to get an extra 100 crew from these, but I don't think it's a big deal. And because he is stood still, I'm going to have to slow down a bit early. So he's just starting to move actually. Let's just go on to chain shot. Should have done that a little bit earlier, but I don't think it'll make too much difference. And we've got the grapples in, so we should be able to catch on to him quite nicely here. We didn't hit into his front mast, so that's good. Oops. I almost messed up there. I accidentally clicked on a different ship which could have stopped the boarding. But we're in. We're in. So now they've got no combat ships left. It's just going to be cleanup duty. So I will skip this rest of the battle for you so you don't have to watch me killing loads of transport ships. Okay, we are finally done with our naval invasions, so it's time to start our land campaign. So these are moving to Kingston. Right, let's get him out of here, bring him down to here. Let's move these down to Fort Montgomery. Now, we do still want to sort this out. I want to take Salem as well, so let's take Salem first. So, let's just bring... It's quite annoying, that is. There we go, that'll do. Ah, I can just form them up into a brigade, can't I? I very rarely do this now, but this is a good time to do it. Okay, so we're going to be moving him to there. We're going to be taking Middlesbrough out soon, but I just want to take Fort Penn first. So let's bring one of these. He needs to stay back, so let's have him in Morristown. And then let's have him come down to Freehold. Then let's bring... Right, let's just move these to here actually. Let's just plop him in there. Then let's get these out of here. I'm going to form these up. And then bring these to take Fort Penn. Oh, I do actually need to leave someone in Clinton, so let's bring him over, get him in Clinton. I might leave someone in Hempstead and New York as well, just to make sure nothing spawns there. I'm not going to bother, I'll just risk it. Right. I'm just going to take him out of there just in case we get attacked while I'm not paying attention. Okay. So he's heading towards St. Penn. Or Fort Penn, sorry. And these are about to take Salem. So let's do this one first. Ah, damn it. I just thought I haven't actually equipped them with decent weapons, so let's bring some other guys and actually give them some proper weapons. These have got brown besses. Right, let's bring him around. It's going to be a while before he reaches Fort Penn, so let's sort this out. Ah, it's actually pulling everybody in from Boston as well, so they're just going to retreat immediately. Well, they're not actually retreating immediately. And I haven't positioned my men because I fully expected them to retreat, so let's do some emergency moving. When the reinforcements turn up, they will just retreat immediately, but... There we go. Reinforcements turned up and they retreated. Oh, sorry guys, I had the mic muted. So this is looking like it's going to be a good position to call an end to the episode. And then in the next episode, we're going to be taking out Middlesbrough, and I haven't quite decided what I want to do yet. I'll probably come and take at least them 2 ports. I'll probably leave Castine, so I'll just take these 2 ports. Might come up and take these 2 forts as well, I haven't decided yet. And then I'll probably clean up these 3 areas as well. And then we'll have a nice front line then. All we'll have to do is protect Falmouth and Hobbiton, Albany and Bennington. So I reckon that's what we're going to do in the next episode. And then I'll have a think about whether I want to come over and deal with these in the west. Because it's going to be a lot of fighting, and these aren't very good locations for building. You have really low workforce, so really low construction speed. So I could go to the west, or I could go up here and deal with these forts again. I'll say again, I haven't actually dealt with them at all in this playthrough. So yeah, I might do that. I might just come up, take the forts out, come up to Montreal, and then I'll probably, in fact, I'll probably stop at Frederick, because they will be getting spawns in this area. I think they get 1 here and 1 here. And so if we're in Montreal and they get a double spawn here, then we're going to be in a little bit of trouble. So I'll probably go up to Frederick and then call it a day in this direction. And then I might come down and deal with these down here. But for now, we'll call it a day. So, hope you enjoyed the naval combat. I know a lot of people aren't that interested in the naval stuff, but we're practically done for naval stuff now. There won't be anything to do for 6 months or so in terms of naval. So it's just repairing all these ships now, ready for the big naval invasion that's going to happen in around about 6 to 10 months' time. So it's all going to be land combat from here on out. Okay, well, call it a day for this one. Cheers for watching, take care, and I shall see you soon.